The first thing people noticed about 17-year-old Daniel Adeyemi was his school uniform. The once blue fabric had faded into gray, and the elbows had been patched many times. Every morning he ironed it carefully and wore it with pride, even though some students laughed at him. Daniel lived with his widowed mother in a small one-room apartment at the edge of town. She sold roasted corn by the roadside, and some nights they ate only one meal. Despite their struggles, she always reminded him, "Education is your path to a better life." Daniel believed her. He studied hard and dreamed of a future where his mother would never have to struggle again. One evening, while walking home from school, he heard the humming of sewing machines coming from a small tailor's shop. He stopped and watched an elderly tailor carefully transform pieces of cloth into beautiful clothes. The next day, Daniel returned. Then he came back again the day after that. After several days, the tailor finally smiled at him. "You seem interested," the old man said. Daniel nodded shyly. "I wish I could make clothes like that." The tailor studied him for a moment, then he picked up a small piece of fabric and a pair of scissors and handed them to him. "Start by learning how to hold these," he said. Daniel's hands trembled as he accepted them. He didn't know it yet, but that simple moment would change his life forever. As he walked home that evening, a feeling of hope filled his heart. For the first time in many months, he believed that something good was waiting for him in the future. The following afternoon, Daniel returned to the tailor's shop immediately after school. Mr. Bello had already prepared small pieces of fabric for him. "Every great tailor begins with little pieces," he said. "You must learn patience before skill." Daniel spent hours trying to cut straight lines. Most of them turned out crooked. He made mistakes again and again and felt embarrassed each time. But Mr. Bello never scolded him. Instead, he patiently showed him how to hold the scissors properly and move his hand steadily. By sunset, Daniel's fingers hurt. He wanted to give up. Then he looked at the beautiful clothes hanging around the shop and imagined himself making garments like them one day. As he prepared to leave, Mr. Bello placed a hand on his shoulder. "Talent is a seed," he said softly. "Work and patience are the water that makes it grow." Daniel walked home with those words in his mind. For the first time in a long while, he felt hope growing inside him. A week later, another problem appeared. School fees were due, and his mother did not have enough money. That night, Daniel could not sleep. He thought about leaving school to find work, but he remembered his mother's words. "Education is your path to a better life." The next afternoon, he told Mr. Bello about the problem. The old tailor listened quietly. "Life tests people in different ways," he said, "but hard times do not last forever." The following morning, Daniel's mother managed to borrow a small amount from a neighbor and paid part of the fees. It was enough to keep him in school for another week. Relieved, Daniel hurried to the tailor's shop after classes. This time, Mr. Bello handed him a needle and some thread. "Thread it," he said. Daniel smiled. It looked easy. He was wrong. Again and again, the thread bent and refused to pass through the tiny hole. Nearly 30 minutes later, he finally succeeded. He held up the needle proudly. Mr. Bello smiled. "Never underestimate small beginnings. Every beautiful garment starts with simple steps." Daniel smiled too. It was only a needle and thread, but somehow it felt like progress. The following Monday, Daniel arrived at Mr. Bello's shop with renewed energy. He still could not forget the feeling of earning his first money. As he swept the shop, a woman entered carrying several pieces of blue fabric. She explained that a nearby private school needed new uniforms. After she left, Mr. Bello turned to Daniel. "This is a big job," he said, "and I will need your help." Daniel's eyes widened. School uniforms were exactly like the one he wore every day. For the next few hours, Mr. Bello taught him how to measure fabric carefully and keep records of every size. Then he handed Daniel an empty notebook. "Every tailor needs more than talent," he explained. "You need organization." That evening, Daniel carefully wrote down everything he had learned. For the first time, he no longer felt like a poor student simply helping at a tailor's shop. He felt like an apprentice preparing for a future profession. A few days later, a new student joined his class. Her name was Sophia Williams. Unlike most students, Sophia loved fashion. She was always drawing dresses and outfit designs in her notebook. One afternoon, Daniel noticed her sketching beneath a tree. "You really want to become a fashion designer?" he asked. She smiled. "Very much." Daniel nodded. "I think that's wonderful." Sophia looked surprised. Most people laughed at her dream. After a moment, she asked, "What do you want to become?" Daniel hesitated. Then he decided to tell the truth. "I'm learning tailoring." Instead of laughing, Sophia's eyes lit up. "Really? That means you know how clothes are made." For nearly an hour, they talked about fabrics and fashion. It was the first time Daniel had spoken openly about tailoring with someone his age. As he walked home later that day, he smiled. Perhaps dreams became easier to pursue when someone understood them. Meanwhile, the school uniform project had begun. Mr. Bello allowed Daniel to help measure and arrange the fabric. By evening, the first uniform was complete. Daniel stared at it. The blue fabric was neatly stitched, and the white collar was perfectly aligned. "You are proud of it," Mr. Bello said. "Yes," Daniel admitted. The old tailor smiled. "One day, you will make uniforms better than these." Daniel laughed nervously. "That seems impossible." Mr. Bello shook his head. "Never say impossible. Skills grow with practice." That evening, Daniel sat outside his house, watching the sunset. He thought about everything that had happened during the past few months. He had learned tailoring. He had earned money. He had made a new friend. And people were beginning to appreciate his skills. His mother sat beside him. "You seem happy," she said. Daniel smiled. "I think I know what I want." She looked at him curiously. "What is it?" Daniel took a deep breath. "One day, I want to own the biggest tailoring and fashion company in the country." For a moment, there was silence. Then his mother smiled warmly. "That is a wonderful dream," Daniel laughed. "It sounds impossible." She gently touched his shoulder. "Every great achievement begins as an impossible dream." Daniel looked toward the darkening sky. For the first time, his dream had a shape, and deep inside his heart, he made himself a promise. One day he would make it real.